change of daylight savings. The lighting affects my eyes.
It's getting to you.
Yeah.
Do you see any difference in Josh Dobbs now that he has some playing experience, maybe some more confidence at all?
Again, confidence has never been lacking in Josh. I think what he has benefited from is the added reps he's gotten in practice, and the added reps obviously he's gotten in the game. So there has been a change, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily been in his confidence.
Well, how would you describe the change?
Well, fundamentally, he's improving on every day. His ball location's improving every day. His decision-making process becomes quicker. So those are the main changes I see. And again, it's natural that with the added reps he's received, that those changes would occur.
And how would you describe the challenge of building chemistry with wide receivers and a new quarterback?
It's always a challenge, but again, as I just mentioned, it all comes down to reps, and he's getting those a large majority of those reps in practice, and that chemistry will continue to improve.
Mike, what do you want to see out of your run game? What's got to be different for them to be successful and kind of take a little bit off of what you asked Josh?
Sure, and there's a lot of factors. I mean, it comes down to, you name it, play calls, comes down to techniques, comes down to situations. So we obviously coming off that game, they're a very good defense, but we need to improve in the run game in all those areas.
Has Marlon shown you or at least giving you some confidence, maybe want to give him the ball some more?
Both those guys do a good job, and I have confidence in Rajon and Marlon. So he's battled, and I've said this before. I think their skill sets complement each other well, and I feel confident giving either one of them the ball.
You were continually getting into Missouri territory Saturday night. Season drives were stalled there. What was the cause? Finally, Missouri's defense getting tougher once they got there.
Finishing drives. I think it all. There's a lot of factors. Number one, probably third down execution. We weren't very good on third down, and we were able to earn first downs on first and second down at different points of the game, but we were not very good on third down, and that's where drive stalled, and that's where we need to improve.
Mike, do you ever just have to say Alabama and Missouri, those are really good defenses, factor that into how you evaluate it?
Sure, that's always part of the evaluation, but again, we're always going to look ourselves in the mirror and say that it starts with us and how we operate and how we execute. So I've always started with myself and have looked at ways that I can improve the results that we were able to achieve on Saturday.
We got our first chance to talk to Josh yesterday. He just comes across very bright and intelligent. Was that kind of just your first impression in recruiting and such?
Yes, very much so. It's evident. He's very articulate. He thinks before he speaks, and he's a very sharp guy, and that becomes evident the first time you meet him. He makes a very good first impression.
High intelligence doesn't always equate to quick learning on the football field, but does he learn a little bit quicker? Is he learning quicker than some other quarterbacks you've worked with in the past?
Him and Riley both have done a good job of learning the offense and understanding what we're trying to achieve. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think both those guys have are further along as true freshmen than other true freshmen I've ever had in the offense.
Mike, have you already seen Josh making improvements this week on the practice field just after getting one game of experience?
It's a process. The process of becoming a champion is about daily improvement. And he understands that, and he works hard at it. Again, it's been evident from day one since his arrival on campus. And, obviously, there's more and more that we're able to fine-tune as he masters more and more skills and more has a better understanding of the offense. But yeah, daily improvement is stressed at every position, not just for Josh. It's stressed for all the quarterbacks and all the positions.
Mike, is he the kind of guy that's going to maybe dwell on mistakes more than some of the good things he did, or is he kind of move on quickly?
He's done a good job of having that snap and clear mentality, and is very even-keeled, almost seems unflappable at times. So I think that's a good trait for a quarterback to have.
Like, how surprising was the offensive line performance at Missouri? I know obviously Missouri's defensive line's got a lot of highly touted guys too, but was that surprising in any way? That just overall that performance with the
surprising
in a bad way, perhaps.
Again, as an offense, we would like to have executed better. You can point to the offensive line, you can point to whoever you want, you can point to me. We need to. We talk about 11 hats being on the same page, and we did not execute as an offense like we want to execute, and we're working on improving that.
Same thing, I guess, with the pre-snap stuff. I think there were, if you included the tight end, I think there were five
pre-snap penalties, 6 offensive penalties, and that's unacceptable. We've made a point to address that this week.
How does Josh's intelligence affect the way he plays quarterback?
It's an attribute that's always helpful for a quarterback to be able to process information quickly, to be able to grasp concepts quickly, and he has done that. So I think it helps him tremendously.
Does his natural intelligence, his football intelligence of equal
Sure.
standing?
I think, again, I've said this about him and Riley both. They both have grasped the offense very quickly. I think there is a translation between his natural intelligence and his football intelligence. Same thing with Riley, and I don't think that's always the case for football players, but these two guys, that is.
Where is Josh?